Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Logical Nonsense Podcast. Today, we are back here talking NBA playoffs. The Celtics just won game 5. They are into the
Mhm.
conference championship. We got two Celtics fans that are happy
Yo, yo,
here.
yo.
We've got NBA draft from NFL players and then NFL drafts from NBA players. It's going to be fun, loaded, compact agenda. Dodge is excited. The Mariners just got a dub against the Royals. Dodge, how are we feeling today?
We're feeling good. Today was a great day for baseball. Now it's a great night for the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, well, let's hop right into it. We've got a new little segment, I guess you would say. We've got key takeaways, keys to win, and predictions for each series. Obviously, the Celtics just ended, so we can't predict nor give keys to win. But what we're going to do is takeaways from the series on both sides of the series. Caden, why don't you start us off? How are you feeling about your Celtics? What's your takeaway with them?
No, it's kind of a sloppy series, to be honest. Overall, the first game was good. Second game, they got blown out for some reason. Celtics can't win game twos. It is what it is. And then they just were the better team on the floor across the board, position wise. And then obviously didn't help the Cavs. Didn't have Donovan Mitchell game 4 and 5, and they didn't have Karis LeVert tonight. They didn't have Jared Allen the whole series. I
Yeah.
think if they're healthy, they probably could stretch it to 6. But I just think the Celtics overall were the better team. I think a big takeaway for the Celtics was no Porzingis. You could kind of
Yeah.
tell they were lacking in the center position. Al Horford, he's old. It's hard for him to keep up with like young athletic centers like Evan Mobley. But if he'll be back for the Knicks series or Pacers, and I'm feeling good going into the conference finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can interject, I feel much the same about the Celtics. I think honestly having Porzingis gone was a bigger hurt to us than Jarrett Allen being gone from the Cavs, which is interesting to think about because Jarrett Allen is such a big part of that Cavs team. Obviously, Porzingis is a big part of the Celtics team, and I think it was very noticeable how old Al Horford is, Big Al nowadays. That he's having to play an undersized 5 already, and it just doesn't work anymore as well as it used to. So I feel pretty good about Celtics as well. I think it's key takeaway here is that they have the best team in the East, and that's the same thing we've been saying for a while. But
Yeah, I think you guys kind of covered it for the most part. A big takeaway for me, though, with this Celtics team, and something that I think has been a huge blessing for this team, is just having guys every game step up in different ways. We've seen Peyton Pritchard come and hit crucial threes. We've seen guys like Sam Hauser do the same. Drew Holiday, not today, but a couple nights ago, he hit some good threes. We saw a good offensive performance from him. I think they continue to lean into the depth of their team, which is a strength for them. They're going to be just fine, and they're going to continue to do good things because I think, as I've mentioned in previous pods, the weakness in this team is they don't have that X factor. But if they can lean into the entire team and just hit it from all places, I think they're going to be just fine. So, and I think another takeaway, which we'll get into with the Cleveland Cavaliers, is I don't want to say they've been lucky because I do think that they are the best team in the East, but they have faced a Heat team without Jimmy Butler and Cleveland Cavaliers without Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen. So it's not lucky. It's more so just like that's how the cards fell. But it's one of those things where it's like almost gives them more rest, and you can take it as you will. Sometimes, more rest is a good thing. Sometimes it's have they been challenged enough by the time they get to the championship? We'll see how it plays out. I think this team has been proven throughout the regular season. Yeah, they just got to come ready to play because who's ever coming from the West is going to be coming with some heat. Because I think they're way better than whoever they end up with, either the Pacers or the Knicks. I like the Knicks, and I think that's probably we'll get to it in a second. I think the Knicks are probably who they're going to face, but overall, I just think the Celtics from top to bottom are a way better team than the Knicks. So let's go to the Cavs. A much more interesting storyline. I was thinking about it today a lot. they are kind of in a weird place now. There's been a lot of talks about Donovan Mitchell leaving. I actually like this team. When you look at this team and when they're healthy, they have a solid lineup.
Mhm.
Having somebody like Karis LeVert come off your bench and be that kind of, I don't know, firepower on the bench because he's been playing good this postseason. I really like this roster. Where do you think the Cavs should go after this season?
I think
I-
they should stay together. Obviously, I think they need another piece off their bench. I think Darius Garland kind of struggled this season, which especially in the playoffs, he shot like 4-17 tonight when he needed to step up. But I think when they're healthy, they'll be fine. I think you got to get Donovan Mitchell a little bit more help though, because these playoffs he's scoring half their points in a lot of the games.
Yeah.
I think having Jared Allen healthy would be key. Evan Mobley stepped up in the playoffs. I think that's what he needed. But it just feels like they're another piece or two away from really being
Yeah.
able to make a move because they were good last year and they almost kind of
They
took a
were
step
good
back
last
this
year.
year.
Yeah.
So kind of identity crisis, kind of finding that last little piece to propel them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the combination of Mobley and Allen in combined with the star power of Donovan Mitchell is something that's going to carry that team into the playoffs, especially in the East,
Yeah.
for years as long as they keep it. I think what's holding them back, I don't think they're quite. I think they're more than a bench player away. I think they probably need another star opposite Donovan Mitchell if they want to go compete for a conference championship, if they want to get into the NBA finals. I think they're missing a major piece, and obviously it needs to be at the guard or forward position. Because I don't think Garland is necessarily like we talked about, he struggled a little bit more, especially in playoffs. And he's young, but I don't think he's quite the key piece that you need opposite Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, he's shown potential.
Mhm.
I think he can do it, but he's still young, so maybe he does develop into that player. But to your point, maybe they move in a different direction there too. So we'll see what they do. It's just an interesting team because they're kind of in they're a playoff team, but are they much more than that kind of phase right now? So depends on how serious they want to get with being a championship contending team for sure. So let's go into the Celtics next round, obviously, because it's over. What are the Celtics keys to win next round? What should they be doing next round with whoever they play? What worked well that we've seen?
I would say continue playing like team basketball, like you said. One of the key takeaways is that someone on any given night has stepped up. And as long as whether it's Drew, whether it's uh, Pritchard, whether it's Hauser, whether it's Derek
Mhm.
White, someone beyond Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum stepping up. And obviously, when Porzingis comes back, he can be that guy. As long as you get another one in there, it should be
Mhm.
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. I think for the next series, the Celtics really need to develop a killer instinct. Like we're going to go into the series and we're going to win every game by 25 points because they have the capability to do so. But in this last series against the Cavs, they kind of just messed around with their prey, especially without Mitchell. And like today's game was a 5-point game in the fourth quarter before they went on a big run. Game 4, they were down at halftime or they were up by like 1 or 2, and then they came out in third slow. So I think they just need to go out, get that big lead, and then just foot on the gas. Can't let like a team like the Knicks or Pacers hang around. They're good 3-point shooting teams. Against the Celtics, teams tend to make a lot of threes, as we've seen the Heat set a franchise record. Cavs hit 11 threes in the first half of game 3, and the Knicks or the Pacers shoot the 3-ball well. So I think defending the 3-pointer is also going to be a huge key for the Celtics in their next series.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know the status on Julius Randle's injury, but this is a terrible, terrible thing to say. But if they are playing the Knicks, one of their keys to win is hoping that Julius Randle isn't in. Because I don't think Al Horford is the best person to guard. somebody like Julius Randle next round. I think they could see some troubles with that. But I do think defense is a huge key in the next series to win. And then, as I kind of mentioned before, just using your depth, using finding different ways to get different people the ball, keeping teams on their toes. I think so often what we've seen with this Celtics team when they aren't doing well is when they are super reliant on their jump shot, getting the ball into the paint, driving. I think is also a huge key for this team because I think they have a great ability to do it. They just maybe don't lean into it as much as I would like them to. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is stretching the defense on offense is a huge key for me for the Celtics to win. All right. So we don't have any predictions because that series is over. So let's go to the Knicks versus Pacers. Key takeaways for the Knicks.
It's been interesting because the Knicks are obviously banged up. Almost like their whole roster, it seems, is injured
Yeah.
or dealing with some kind of thing. Brunson's been playing through injury. They lost Mitchell for the rest of the playoffs. Julius Randle, I'm pretty sure he's done for the whole playoffs as well. They're banged up across the board, but Jalen Brunson is him. Let's just be honest. These playoffs, he's putting up 40 a game almost. And he has to for them to win. But then you've also seen kind of the development of Josh Hart, who's been playing out of his mind. DiVincenzo's been shooting the ball well.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, who's their center number 55?
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein, yeah,
Yeah.
He's been playing well. So I think it's their role players are stepping up because they're really only running like a 6 deep lineup at this moment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
I noticed that the other day.
they're having to win games and they have to win in shootouts, which has been fun to watch, but that's like almost the only way they can win is by putting up 120, 130.
Yeah.
So I just think for them, they just can't get cold and they got to just try to be as healthy, stay as healthy as they can. But going to 7-6 every series isn't helping that.
No. And to your point, I mean, they have really just gutted out a lot of wins, honestly. It feels like this team, everyone they're right in the backs of Brunson. And it's like, yes, they are, but you're also seeing guys like Hart and Dante step up, and Josh Hart. I mean, we haven't it's funny because I remember when they signed with the Knicks, I was like, those are all right signings, but they're not going to be like, critical players. And they've really stepped into key roles, honestly, especially with Julius Randle gone. They've stepped into key roles. Harkenstein or whatever his name is, he had 12 offensive rebounds, I think, last night, which like broke a record, which is huge. Getting those second chance points is like a huge key, an underrated stat in the game. How many second chance points you can get. I mean, it's basically you're taking away an automatic possession for the other team and then you're scoring on it. It's in a weird way, it's kind of like getting a turnover. So it's huge. And I think similar to Celtics having guys step up, we need to see those guys continue to step up because they are only running a 6-7 man rotation. And I think I don't know how they're going to do it, but try to keep their guys rested as much as possible. And just keep the energy going, keep the lead fit going. It feels like their era is going to end at some point. You can only be hot for so long, but keep riding it, I guess.
Okay, so it sounds like we got a little bit into keys to winning for them, but
You're right,
I'm
but
gonna say key takeaway here for me is that the Knicks cannot continue. They can win this series, right? They
yeah,
have the lead in this series. They are not gonna get past whoever, even if the Cavs somehow beat this. I mean, like obviously alternate universe, right? But even if like the Cavs had beaten the Celtics, I honestly think the Cavs would win because the Knicks, they're just not playing enough people. There's too much
yeah,
there. I mean, it's just too much reliance on one player. Brunson, Hart. I love Josh Hart. What a scrappy player. How's that man get 18 rebounds? How's that man get 13 rebounds? He's like 6'4",
yeah,
playing the forward spot. and Dante DiVincenzo. I think that's how you say his last name, right, kid?
Yeah. Don't fucking rub it in, you piece of shit.
They're really good shooters, but they're not consistently good shooters, at least on Josh Hart's end.
Yeah.
So I would say the time is running out for the Knicks is my key takeaway.
Yeah. I will say one other key takeaway. The East is bad. It's just like you watch these Mavs versus Thunder games and Nuggets versus Timberwolves games, and there's just like you look at those teams and it's just so much closer, like in terms of talent. Whereas I watch the Celtics and the Cavs and the Knicks versus Pacers, and it's very clear who the better team is. It's just who decides to show up that night. In my opinion, at least. I don't know if you guys have that same takeaway, but
I agree.
I agree reluctantly.
much more competitive matchups, much more intriguing matchups in the West.
Yeah,
until we get to the finals.
Well, let's move on to keys to win, which I kind of already stated, but it's all right. We're gonna still go to keys to win. So, Dodge, let's start with you actually, since you just spoke.
All right. So keys to win for the Knicks is getting Hart and DiVincenzo to get started early, and that way, hopefully, opening up Brunson and not relying on him in the first half so much offensively.
Yeah.
And I think that will open up the Knicks offense. I honestly, when you're running a 6-7 man rotation, I'm not even sure you can really focus on defense because the problem is you're going to be so tired. So just like Alabama when we talked about the March Madness, Knicks focus on offense, baby. Go score more points.
It's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think getting OG Anunoby back is got to be a key to them because when he's in, they win. When he's out, like he was out games 3 and 4, they struggled in Indiana. I think setting the tone early in this next game on the road is going to be big for them because, as you see, they let it get away from them 2 games ago when they lost by 40. But I think guarding Halliburton's probably going to be their biggest key. When he's on, the Pacers win. When he's off, he's cold. Then the Knicks win because he's stepped up a couple games, but I just think you got to set the tone early in this next game, especially on the road.
Do you want us to do Pacers key to win as well, or after?
Yeah, we'll go to Pacers. Going to the Pacers. This team's hard because they're so like inconsistent. I wish a key to win could be play at home. Because they play well at home. They look really well. But honestly, I think something that I don't think they're utilizing enough is Siakam and Turner. Knicks are struggling with their size right now. They don't have a lot of options. Attack them. Get them tired. Hartenstein should not be getting 12 offensive boards when you have Turner and Siakam down low. Like that should not be happening. I think they need to be utilizing them more. I get Halliburton's the star of the show, but you can still get your big guys involved in a way where, they're both having a good night. So I think they really need to focus on getting boards and really posting up. Honestly, I think that would be a huge part to their game.
Yeah, I'm going to also say that they need to challenge Turner to just play better all around, offensively, defensively. Because 12 offensive boards for the Knicks center is like ridiculous. Your Miles Turner is supposed to be one of the most athletic centers in the game. And he's proven that he is on multiple occasions. He needs to go out and show it, even on the defensive side too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The other thing is that, and I think this was kind of talked about in the media too, Halliburton, 9 shots, 9. What are you doing? Like, and he shot 5 of 9. That's a great percentage.
Yeah.
Keep shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Like if you were 1 for 9, I can understand. Like, oh, well, tonight's not my night. Let's see if anyone else can get the ball. But if you're 5 for 9, you got to got to keep shooting the ball. So, he's got to be a little more aggressive on offense, which I think has been said already. But I would say those are my keys to win. Challenging Turner to play tough defense and challenging Halliburton to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, and real quick before you go, Caden, honestly, I feel like when I say Siakam be better, Siakam's actually been playing pretty solid. For the most part for this series. It's more so I'd like to see him on the defense, like more of his hustle stats. I would like to see him improve on because I think that is an area where, maybe offensively he is, being more of an asset to the Pacers, but I like to see more of those hustle stats because I know he's capable of doing that. So, all right, go ahead.
For me, I think against 90% of the other teams in the NBA, I'd tell the Pacers, speed it up, get in your game, get
Yeah.
the ball moving, score. But against the Knicks, I don't think you want to do that. I think there'd be better slowing it down, limiting possessions, going inside, like we said. I might slightly disagree with you. I don't think Siakam's played very well this series compared to the Bucks series. I thought he played way
Yeah.
better when he was challenged. He was scoring 30 a couple games in a row there.
Yeah.
Feels like they're not utilizing him as much. But I think, yeah, get inside, get the ball moving, limit possessions, and I think the Pacers have a good shot of winning this game. And I think also Brunson's going to get his 40. That's fine. I think you need to stop the role players. Don't let DiVincenzo get 5 threes. Don't let Josh Hart get 5 threes. Let Brunson beat you. Don't let anyone else beat you. And I think
Yeah.
the Pacers can win.
Fair point. That's a fair point. I mean, we'll get to it in a second, but I mean, that's basically what the Nuggets strategy on defense is right now. We'll let Anthony Edwards beat us, but good luck with Cat. Good luck with Rudy Gobert. Good luck with all the rest of those guys because they're not playing well. But that's another story. But
I do wonder though, Caden, like you talk about like slowing it down.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of playing into the Knicks' hands though with the amount of players they're rotating in? Like, wouldn't you want to speed up the pace and get them a little tired by the fourth?
But it almost feels like they
I know, but
strive in that
I know
chaos.
that's what I like.
That's true.
So that's what I'm like too. Like against
Okay.
the Sixers, that's what they did. At the end of games, they spit it up and they pulled out a couple.
That's true. The Knicks do thrive off of a fast pace.
So. All right. So let's go to predictions. We've got how many games left in this series? 2?
Yep.
I think. Yeah. So the Knicks won last night, which is a critical game 5. And so now we've got 2 games left. They play in Indiana tomorrow, and then game 7, if there is one, will be played in New York. How do we think this will end?
I think we're done in 6. I think the Knicks are going to finish it tomorrow. I think the Pacers do play well at home, but I just think the Knicks are a better team overall. I think Brunson gets it done. I think they finish this in 6 just like they did with the 76ers.
I agree. I think it's done in 6 too, just because I trust Brunson more than I do Halliburton, especially when it comes to putting up points and being aggressive to score. So,
yeah, I gotta say it's really tough for me to like. I want the Pacers to win because I think they've kind of been doubted all year long. I mean, nobody really expected them to be in the in-season tournament championship. They did that. Nobody expected them to beat the Bucks. They did that. And nobody's really expecting them to beat the Knicks. I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but it's possible. It's just this is one of those situations where it's like I don't see where they are going to do it, especially after losing last night in the fashion that they did. So I'm gonna go Knicks in 6. I think the Knicks just seem like they want it more than the Pacers right now, especially Brunson. Especially Brunson. All right, let's go to our western side. We've got playing right now the Mavs versus the Thunder. Key takeaways for the Thunder.
I think you can tell inexperience is creeping up on them a little bit in this series. They pulled the last game out.
Yeah, somehow.
That was exciting because they're trailing the whole way. They're down 10 in the 4th, and then all of a sudden they go on a run. aided by the Mavs kind of choking at the free throw line. Let's be honest, but I think Shea, he's been very efficient. I almost think he needs to shoot the ball more. I think he gets his 30, but I think he needs to be putting up 40 if they want to go further. Because Josh Giddey's not it. His minutes are worthless. Can't shoot very well. I think he's hurting them. Chet's been playing well, but I just think they're just at a point where they're just not experienced enough. And this is kind of what we talked about in our predictions too. We had the Mavs over the Thunder, and this is kind of what's playing out right now. Because I think the Mavs are up 20 or something right now in the fourth, so they're about to win Game 5.
Yeah, we've got a little sneak peek into some key takeaways here, but yeah, Thunder are an interesting team to me. I think I love their chemistry. You can tell they really want to play with each other, and they definitely have a different type of swagger or attitude to this team than I think some other teams do. But to your point, Caden, I do think the inexperience does catch up to them at times because it feels like, especially on defense, to me, they just have these lapses where they kind of what we were talking about earlier with letting role players go off. PJ Washington putting up like whatever the hell he put up a few nights ago was like nuts, right? And it's like, why are we letting that happen? You have plenty of guys. But then I don't know. I look over and I see Shet swatting the shit out of people, and it's like, all right, well, maybe this team is all right. So I just think consistency is something that this team struggles with. I know we're not on keys to win or keys to win, but a takeaway for me is just that they've been sort of inconsistent in what I see. One game, they look like they have great chemistry, and I'm really excited about this team. And the next game, I feel like there's a lot to improve on both sides of the ball. Shea is the leader. As much as we'd like to give them credit for all the depth that they have, because they definitely have it, Shea is the leader of this team, and they need to lean even more into that. There was a reason he was in conversation for MVP, and yeah, he needs to take over even more so than he already is.
I don't know. I don't have much for this Thunder team for key takeaways. I honestly think they've throughout this playoffs they've played better than I thought they would. I think their depth has I think their youth has actually not been a problem really until like moments in this series.
Yeah.
But it's just moments. Like honestly, there are games where they defend the crap out of Luca and Kyrie, and they just have a lapse
Yeah.
guarding PJ Washington. So,
well, that's what I'm saying though. Like as a team, it feels like they hone in too much on like key
on the
players.
stars. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
and I get that. Like from a defensive standpoint, like that makes sense to me. But like in the playoffs, like if we've learned anything about playoff basketball, it's never the guys that you expect to put up 30 that win you those games. Like it's always the PJ Washingtons, the Derek Whites of the world, if you will. Like it's those guys who take those key games, and that's what changes the momentum of a series.
Sure. I think this Thunder team has played valiantly.
Yeah.
I think previous to the season, no one expected them to go this far.
Yeah.
And they've proven everyone wrong this season. I almost kind of don't want to say anything bad just because of how positive a season they've had,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and they're coming back right now.
Yeah, I know. They went on a 10-0 run. It's like,
Well, 10. They're only down 10 now, so they could take it back just like last game. So key takeaways for the Mavs. I'll say a few here. Talk about Kyrie more. I said it earlier in the season. This man's defense. Everyone talks about how crazy of a finisher he is and all this. Go watch his defense in a game. He might not be putting up the stats defensively, but I guarantee you the field goal percentage when he's on someone is down right now because first half, he'd been putting the pressure on the Thunder. And I like what Kyrie's been doing.
Mhm.
He's a second half guy, but he's been contributing in a lot of ways. And Luka's hurt. That's another key takeaway for mine. He does not look like himself, but even when Luka is hurt, this team is still freaking good. He can still put up his points. He's still a threat even when he's hurt. Also, Derek Lively is another underrated player on this team.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I think the key takeaway, especially from this series, has been is PJ Washington that guy that can carry the mantle when Luca or Kyrie is not there to carry it? And so far this series, he kind of has. So if he can accomplish that, then I think this team is even better than we thought going into the playoffs. And I think this team has a shot at really making the finals if they can rely on someone else outside of Luca and Kyrie consistently. Because previous to this, we were mostly thinking it's going to be Luca and Kyrie, and hopefully they're consistent enough every game to take them. And right now, especially this series, they kind of haven't been, like you said. Luca's been injured. Kyrie, he hasn't had the greatest offensive games, but he's played well defensively. But yeah, no, I think PJ Washington is my key takeaway from here.
I think my key takeaway is going to be the energy that the Mavs have been playing with this postseason. I think they felt doubted going into it. I think a lot of people just thought it was going to be the two-man show. But when you watch them play, they got 5 guys. They're constantly rotating, playing off each other. They're throwing Lob City. They kind of got this little swagger about them right now. They're kind of playing like that bad boy Pistons type of role, getting in people's faces. PJ Washington's flexing on people. They're having fun, which I think you need to do, especially when you're a doubted team. Yeah, they've been playing really good. I love Derek Lively can jump out of the gym. Some of these lobs are insane.
Yeah.
I also think what Kyrie's doing is very underrated. Like you said, he's had this weird kind of adaptation to his game where in the first half he doesn't score, but he's going to get 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Like he's just going to play dirty defense in the first half, and then the second half he'll go out. He has about 6, and then you look at the box score in the second half, and he has 23.
Yeah,
because he's getting it done. But that's just a weird, like the way he's been approaching these playoffs is get my guys involved in the first half and then take over when I need to in the second half. It's a nice little resurgence for Kyrie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he hasn't been doing it as much this Thunder series, but like we definitely have seen him do it. And like I said, the defense is the biggest thing that he's adapted to that honestly I didn't know he was like that good at until these playoffs in this series. So
honestly, we've seen that before from him when he was with LeBron at the Cavs. So there would be these moments of him guarding Steph where he actually is putting Steph like on the back foot. So I think Kyrie's always had this. It just depends on when he wants to bring it out. But
I also think it's a mindset kind of thing too, because for so long he's wanted to be like the man, and I feel like he's finally accepted his role with the Mavericks. And when he is this role that we're talking about here, where he can be an asset on both sides of the ball in a way where he doesn't have to necessarily have the ball in his hands all the time, dude, he's incredible. Like he's incredible. So let's go to keys to win for the Thunder.
use your depth. I think that's going to be a key is can your depth keep your team fresher and more energetic than the other team? It's kind of the nice to have the youth. The Mavs come out with a little bit more fire than like we talked about than people expected, but you got to outfire the fire that the Mavs bring, and so that's going to be the keys to I think either coming back 3-2 or they're gonna have to come back 3-2 at this point. So
don't not getting lost in the sauce is how I'm going to put it, because on defense they're stargazing. They're watching Kyrie, they're watching Luca, and next thing you know, Luca's like doing a step back, so then they send 2 guys at him, easy dump down to Lively or easy lob. Like you see in PJ Washington, Lively, they've been cutting, they just find the open area, they're getting the ball. So the Thunder, off these pick and rolls, off these quick hedges, they have not been rotating very well on defense, and I think that's kind of killing them. They're giving up a lot of inside the paint points.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think a huge key to win for the Thunder, we kind of mentioned it, lean into SGA even more. It's tough because, like, I do agree with the depth to an extent. It's just, I don't know. They just need to lock down on defense, man. Like, it just feels like they're not.
Play chemistry defense, you know. Like
Yes, like
people don't talk
it's
about chemistry on defense,
yeah,
but
it's like there's like 2 or 3 guys who are doing their thing, and there's just like these lapses that I see. I'm like, what are we doing here? But I do see snippets of where like they believe in each other, and it's like I almost want them to like dig deeper into that. Like, I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say, but all right, we'll just move on. Predictions. I feel like this is another biased one. That's okay. I'm going Mavs, and I think it does go to 7 though. This Thunder team they fight. We saw them fight for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna fight to the end of this series too.
I'm gonna go Mavs in 7 as well. I think honestly the Thunder, have played maybe even a little bit better than they've gotten credit for, which sounds weird because they've gotten a lot of credit this playoffs. But
Yeah.
I think it's still kind of undervalued. So I'm gonna go 7 as well.
Sam, we got a sweep across the board for me. Mavs in 7. Thunder fight. They fought all year. I just don't think they get it done. But I think the Mavs are just playing better right now.
Yep, I agree. All right, so let's go to our last series, one that's really flipped in a lot of ways. Key takeaways for the Nuggets in the Nuggets Timberwolves series. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Dude.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
I know.
Key takeaways for the Thunder. Or key takeaways for the Nuggets.
Just I don't know, just do what you do, right? It's hard to try to think about more. I guess that's kind of how they win. But takeaways, Jokic is him. I'm just gonna be honest. He's dunking the ball. So when he starts dunking the basketball, I think you're in trouble. So I think they're.
Sorry, that's just funny. When he's dunking the ball, it's over.
Yeah, that's how it feels. And
yeah,
their defensive adjustments from the first 2 games are crazy. You can tell they went from, we need to stop everyone to, nope, we just need to stop. Not Ant. Let Ant get his 40, but we won't let anyone else shoot. So my key takeaway is they're the champs for the reason. Like they're not going out in a sweep like everyone thought they were after 2 games. They make adjustments, and that's why they're champs.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway here is that the Nuggets are a well-coached team. Because obviously you see the adjustments, you see that actually, you know what, they kind of have figured out the Timberwolves at this point, and I think this, we're getting to it, but I think this is over next. Like, I think the Nuggets end it in 6, so it's kind of a weird reverse sweep, like the Nuggets went 4 in a row, but Jokic is him. Jokic, when I used to look up Larry Bird highlights, that's what Jokic looks like right now. Except for modern day, right? So
modern day big man Larry Bird.
Modern day big man Larry Bird. That's what I see.
Yeah, this might be a bold take, so bold take alert here. I think Jokic is more of a one-man show than we give him credit for. Jamal Murray has looked like absolute trash this series. He is so inefficient as an offensive player. Don't get me wrong. Is he clutch? Do you need him? Absolutely. But like, bro is so hard to watch. when I see him miss almost every okay, this is getting a little too into it, but he misses so many like wide open like jumpers from the mid range. It's like insane to me because he's supposed to be this like easygoing shooter from anywhere, and he's just
He's not.
has not looked himself. Like especially compared to last postseason. Last postseason, we like there was debates on like first take if Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic was the best duo in the league. And I don't even think you can debate that now. Like, I think if you debate that, you're mostly talking about it because of Jokic. Jokic is just doing everything right now. Like, he is doing crazy. And I also, another key takeaway, Aaron Gordon might be better than we thought.
Did you think Aaron Gordon was bad?
I didn't think he was this good. Have you looked at his stats lately?
Did you watch him
going off.
for previous?
He was not this good. I promise you, he was not this good. He had good moments.
He at
with
least
the
had
Magic.
flashes.
No, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. He had a bigger role with the Magic. And so he was that player with the Magic. The Nuggets, he has not been that player.
That's true. But I think it was always there. I think he could.
But you watch the way people guard him, and they didn't think that.
That's true. They leave him open.
Yeah, I also think it's a product of double teaming Jokic the whole game. Like
that's true. That's
90% of his buckets are dunks off a back cut. Like he sits in that mid block.
That's
Jokic
true.
gets double teamed and just
Jokic
pass it
gets
to
like
four guys somehow.
Yeah.
And then, but no, Aaron Gordon's playing awesome though. He's super efficient, and you can't discredit that. Like he's carrying them to a lot of wins so far. When Murray couldn't step up.
I just want to point this out. That Aaron Gordon is taking and making the three when he's open, and their opponents are leaving him open. This postseason, he's shooting 39% from three. That's like
huge for
that's
a big
crazy
man.
knockdown. I mean, so I don't want to take away and say like, oh, it's just because Jokic is getting double teamed. Like he's doing what he needs to, even if Jokic is getting double teamed.
Yeah, that's my takeaway though, is that Aaron Gordon is stepping up and being a real asset and not just like a, he was just there in the right place, right time. No, he's like being a real threat to the other team. Anthony Edwards was visibly upset with leaving Aaron Gordon open in the media. So that's one of my takeaways. Jokic might be more of a one-man show, and Aaron Gordon is a legitimate asset. All right, key takeaways for the Timberwolves. All right, Timberwolves, key takeaways for me. At first, they looked really good in this series. They looked, damn, this team is good. Like, they're extremely they have a good defensive standpoint. They look good on offense. Now, they're struggling. And where they're struggling the most is Anthony Edwards has zero support on offense right now. Their defense is kind of getting exposed. The first two games, it was like, we're going to come out hot. We're going to slow down Jokic. We might not, he's going to get his points, but we're going to, at least make him not, I guess, as dominant or to the point to where they can compete, to where they can actually win games, if that makes sense. Ever since Rudy Gobert has come back, this team hasn't looked good. Karl-Anthony Towns is making extremely stupid fouls. Rudy Gobert and them just look like they're trying to fight for the center position. I don't know what's happening. I can't stand Karl-Anthony Towns anymore. Get him off my screen. He is just so stupid with the ball right now. It's so frustrating because you have a guy like Anthony Edwards and assets like Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid and so many others on this team who are contributing in so many great ways. And then Karl-Anthony Towns just swoops in and fucks it all up. Like, I don't know what he's doing out there. It's not good. He wants to be a star, but he's hurting his team right now. It is not good.
Is
Like,
Carl Anthony
stat
Towns a
line
star?
the stat line might not look as bad, but I guarantee you, like, it is bad. I'm gonna look at his plus minus while y'all talk right now. So
I think for me, my big takeaway is Anthony Edwards is a star, and he's going to be a
Yeah.
star in this league for a long
Yeah.
time. He might be the next face of the NBA the way he's been playing. It's not my people will take, but he's been propelling them this season. And then my second takeaway is Gobert and Cat on the floor at the same time just does not work. I'm sorry. It's just they're fighting over rebounds, they're making terrible fouls. They're the most uncoordinated duo I've ever seen play basketball. Like Cat slips and then Gobert slips trying to help him up. What are we doing?
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was not good. Bro, Gobert almost fucking broke his ankle trying to do that shit. That was not okay.
I think the role players besides Ant have kind of turned into ghosts these last couple of games. Mike Conley hasn't played well. Jaden McDaniels hasn't played well. Naz Reid, 6th man of the year, really Canada hasn't really played that well besides the first 2 games. So this is an Ant versus the Nuggets kind of series right now.
I think the key takeaway
here. Real quick, Dutch. Real quick. I want to read Karl Anthony's Towns plus minus.
What is it?
So last game he was minus 17. Game previous to that he was plus 4. The game previous to that minus 32.
Oh Lord.
He had one good game with plus minus, and it was in game 2 where he had plus 21, and then game 1 he was 6. So
okay.
Take that as you will, but key takeaways. Take it away.
Good pun. My key takeaway here is the T-Wolves cannot do it with Ant alone. They need to step into their depth similarly to, like I said, the Thunder. Well, I guess that we're moving on from key takeaways. But yeah, I think that when we get to keys to win, I'll get to that point later. I think other key takeaways is Ant is still young, and as much as like Ant is getting love for how great he is in games, there's also games where he's super inconsistent. And so I want to push back on the Ant is the next Michael Jordan of the league. Ant's the next face of the league. He still is inconsistent. He's still young, but could he be? Maybe, but he isn't right now. So that's my key takeaway.
It just sucks when you see a guy put up 44 points and it's thrown away because his team can't step up. I don't know. It just pisses me off. I will say
about
this
Jalen Brunson next series.
Yeah, true. He's such a likable guy. Like, it's hard not to want him to be the face of our league because of both on the court, he's so fun to watch, and then off the court, just the man just knows how to talk. Like, he just says the right things of yes, dude, thank you.
I think he's real, he's
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's authentic. Yeah. So yeah, super easy. All right, let's go to keys to win because we're starting to run out of time here. Caden's got to get up to a 4 a.m. shift. So here we go. Keys to win for the Nuggies. Chicken Nuggers.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Play through Jokic. Hope Murray plays a little bit better, but your key guys have been stepping up. Your role players, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon. You're getting points from everyone. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they made the changes that they need to after game 2, and you just need to keep rolling with them. Honestly, tell Jamal Murray to not shoot the ball as much.
Facts. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are hopping on this train.
I've been on this train even after he made that clutch shot. I was like, everyone realized he shot 7 for 20 that game, right? He shot 35%. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Just keep going.
Yeah. realize that Jamal Murray is not bubble Murray, where he put up, what did he put up, like 50 points or something like that? That was a crazy game, by the way. Anyways, besides the point, lean into what they're doing. Like you said, hope that you guys can have key players step up. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Christian Brown,
Order.
Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, just have those guys just step up in different ways, whether it's defensively, offensively, just across the board. I think Mike Malone is a good coach. This team hasn't looked themselves. They're not at their peak, I don't think, and they've still find ways to win. And I think that's a testament to Malone's coaching. So let's go to predictions. I think the Nuggets are going to pull it out tomorrow. Oh, we didn't go keys to win. Keys to win for the Timberwolves. Get
Rudy
back
Gobert.
to the defensive.
Gobert needs to have another kid so he doesn't play.
You need to get some chemistry between
your big guys got to do something
between your two bigs. I think like the experiment with the two enormous bigs of Cat and Gobert, I liked it. I thought it could work. I'm not sure that it can now. They need to like sleep together in the offseason. Like they need to be bunk buddies. Whoa. I mean like cut that
Clip it.
I mean like bunk buddies. Oh no. Your head's in the gutter.
See you on Stephen A. Smith's show.
Come on, man.
Anything else you'd like to say about what they need to do in the offseason?
They just need to become friends.
More than friends.
No. You guys are taking it wrong.
Gobert needs to figure out how to hit a hook
taking
shot.
it wrong.
Pause. What has the show turned into?
Okay, we need to go to freaking predictions. I got Nuggets tomorrow. Or wait.
Same.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
T-Wolves take game 6, lose game 7.
Oh, I thought
I'll go against you guys. No, Nuggets in 7, but I think T-Wolves get one at home tomorrow.
Yeah, Nuggets in 6, over early, over by halftime.
Yeah, they're hot now. They figured it out. So, all right, let's go into very quickly. Let's go into MVP talk. Just quickly, do you guys think Jokic deserved the MVP this year, or do you think it should have gone to Shea or Luka?
I think going into the postseason, I might have had a little bit of voter fatigue myself. I was like, I think Luka deserved it. The stats he was putting up this year.
Yeah.
But watching Jokic play in the postseason, especially these last couple games, you just realize, like you said, how much of a one-man show, how much of a generational talent he is. I don't think he didn't deserve it. He still puts up crazy stats. So I was okay with it. And I think personally that Jokic does deserve another MVP. He's just that high of a level in the league right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I thought he deserved it after the regular season, to be honest. As much as I thought Shea and Luka had great years, and I really do want someone else to win the MVP. I thought he deserved it after the regular season anyway. I think he's only proven that more. To me, he's just the best player in the league.
He is, yeah.
I don't know what else
Pretty
to say
undeniable.
on that.
Yeah. When you are the best player in the league and you continue to prove that and how in your value, you gotta just kind of give it to him. But I just want to bring it up because I do think like you look at Luka and what he did in the regular season. Obviously, I don't think it's being talked as much now because he's hurt and he isn't looking as good. But Luka was crazy. SGA was crazy. I don't think either of these teams are competing without him. So, which you could say that a lot about a lot of stars, but I do think they are incredible assets to their team. So want to bring that up quickly. We are going to skip a few questions and let's just go into our segment. NFL to NBA players draft, your 5-man roster, how this works. So we each get a 5-man team for each position. We are drafting NFL players to be on an NBA 5-man starting lineup. Once that player from the NFL is gone, nobody else can pick him. So let's start out with a random generator. I swear to God, this is not right. I can share my screen right now. The number was 1. So I get to go first.
Dodge is holding up a 1.
It's
I'm
from
gonna defend
mine.
him.
It's from mine. It's from mine.
I was number 1. What are we talking about? I was like, I'm number 1.
No,
What? Katie can attest.
Dodge was holding up the 1. I saw it.
How does that work? I was from my point of view. I should have explained that, but
yeah.
It's okay. You know what? You take it, bro.
All right. So my first pick, I'm gonna go with. I think that it's gonna be hard to get guys who are athletic and can play ball down low. I'm gonna go with Myles Garrett.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it.
He's played in the All-Star game a few times. I'm going with Myles Garrett.
All right,
All right,
2?
Cade, you're up now.
Okay.
Oh, of course I get to go third. Of course.
It's a snake draft. Don't worry.
Of course.
So for mine, I'm gonna go my point guard position because I know he's a hooper. I'm gonna go CJ Stroud at the point. I want him running my offense.
Okay, CJ Stroud off the board. Same with Myles Garrett. Dodge.
All right. Because this man said he could beat Caitlin Clark in 1v1.
I already know who you're going with.
I've seen some highlights of him. He can fly. He can fly. Yeah, Cooper DeJean. Give me Coop. He's gonna be my shooting guard. Well, my point guard probably. Yeah.
All right.
Just like John Morant, you know, high flyer.
The Jackie Robinson of the NFL. All right, Dodge. You are up again.
Okay. Ooh, this one gets tough.
Oh,
I'm gonna want some height. I'm gonna want some size. George Fant. I bet you guys never thought of him. Played basketball at Western Kentucky. Now he's an offensive tackle. He played for Seattle. Now he's an offensive tackle, I believe. Oh, he might still be on Seattle. He is still on Seattle. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Center, Western Kentucky.
Okay.
We'll discuss later who you thought you were gonna go with.
Well, just say it out loud.
All right.
Well, I don't.
This might be my pick. So at my power forward, I also want size, athleticism. DK Metcalf. I want a big boy.
A power forward,
dude. He's gonna.
He's Zion. He's literally Zion. He's literally Zion.
Okay.
I'm going with a boy who was a baller in high school, Joey Burr. I'll put him at small forward.
No.
So Joey Burr, I'm putting him at the small forward position. And then I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes as my shooting guard because he also was a baller in high school. So right now I got Mahomes, Joey Burr, and Myles Garrett at my center.
Okay.
Cade, you're up.
For my next pick, a guy that also played ball, rookie of the year, almost, Puka Nacua.
Ooh,
no, he's quick, he's lengthy, he can shoot. He'll be my shooting guard.
Puka's good. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Right now I got my point guard, Cooper DeJean, and I got my center, George Fant. I can't believe you guys have never heard of George Fant. You should. By the way, the Seahawks had George Fant because they don't like to spend money on linemen, so they choose to convert basketball players instead. At shooting guard, I'm going to go with another. I don't know if this man played basketball. Probably. Super athletic. He's a passer.
Oh.
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, that's a solid pick. I could see this man balling. Yeah.
I could see him going off on some people. And then at one of my forward positions on the wing, I gotta choose a shooter. Who can shoot? Who can shoot in the NBA? Oh, darn it. I can't.
All right, fine. You'll get Kirk Cousins. Moving on.
No, not Kirk. Okay. I'll choose somebody. Give me Justin Jefferson because I think he's got to be a player. He's got to be a baller. He's gonna be my small forward position.
So who's your team right now?
My team is Cooper DeJean at point, shooting guard Anthony Richardson, small forward Justin Jefferson, and center George Fant.
Okay. Cade.
My next pick, I'm going defensive. I need a bruiser. Got a lockdown defender. I'm going Sauce Gardner. Lockdown defender.
I like it.
This is my small forward.
We've all been thinking offense.
I'm gonna go with Jacoby Brissett. I'm gonna put him at the power forward. Yeah, he was good in high school.
He's old.
He was really good. So my final pick, I'm gonna go. Is this my point guard? Is that right? Point guard?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he's so fast. He's just gonna fucking fly across the court. I'm gonna do it. He might be a little uncontrolled, so this might be a bad pick. But I'm gonna go with Tyreek.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
We'll see. We got to work on the dribbling. You know, he might struggle. He might be a little too fast with the ball, but
I don't think he's gonna be fast. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be fast dribbling.
This is the center position is the hardest for me because I didn't know if I should go with the biggest O lineman I can that's just not going to let anyone through, or if I should go smaller like a Mo Alley Cox who played for Cal.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I think I'm just going to go a crazy pull here because I want a psychopath on my team. I want a Rodman. I'm going to go Max Crosby.
Oh, I like it. I knew when you said crazy, I knew that's who you're going with. I like it.
You guys are crazy.
All right, Dodge. Is this your last one, I think?
This is my last one. And if you guys have noticed, I've gone a cornerback, I've gone a quarterback, a receiver, and an offensive lineman. I feel like I need another defensive player. And I hear a Cowboys player wants to participate in the NBL. I'm going Micah Parsons for my power forward slot, baby.
I know you're going there.
He's gonna be
I thought about him. All right, so here are our teams. We've got me with Tyreek Hill, Joey Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jacoby Brissett, and Myles Garrett. We got Caden's team. Fuck, Caden. Read your team off.
They got CJ Stroud, DK Metcalf, Puka Nacua, Sauce Gardner, and Max Crosby.
And Dodge.
I've got Cooper DeJean, Anthony Richardson, Jay Jettas, Micah Parsons, and George Fant.
All right. Let us know in the comments who you think's team is the best. And then let's go to our NBA to NFL draft. Same rules apply. Random number generator. Number 3. So, Dodge, you are up this time. First, I'll be in the middle. Caden, you got last pick.
Yep.
Which low-key with 3 people isn't that bad. Here we go. So how this one works is we get quarterback. Do we want 3 or 4 receivers? I think it would be 4, right?
3 and a tight end. 3 a tight end and a running back.
Then that would only be
3
6
running back, tight end, and a flex.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Just go with it, fucker.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
3 receivers, 1 tight end, a running back, a QB, and a flex.
Oh, okay. And with the first pick, you guys are gonna be unexpected with this one.
No, I already know who you're going with.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I guarantee it.
Yeah, Kevin Love.
What the fuck?
See, I knew you weren't thinking that. And he's gonna play freaking quarterback. You guys don't even know. But watch K-Love do the have you seen K-Love do the overhand passes? Deep balls in NBA games. I remember him at the Cavs with LeBron. He's still there, but I mean without LeBron. He's
Yeah.
gonna be a great QB. You guys weren't even thinking about quarterback. Most important position
I
on the
was.
field.
No, I am,
I
but I
was.
think Caden's gonna pick it from me right now.
No, you're 2.
Oh wait, no, I'm up. I'm
Yeah,
up. I'm going Jalen
fucking do it.
Suggs.
Okay, he was on my list.
Jalen
Oh,
Suggs. He was a
yeah.
No,
really
I
good
guess he
QB in
did.
high school. He had
Shit.
offers.
Good.
So
That's
I'm
true.
going Jalen Suggs
Mhm.
at my QB.
All right, this might be crazy, but I'm going Jokic at my quarterback.
Woo!
He's Ben Roethlisberger
A QB?
style. He's big. He's just gonna chuck the ball. I want him. He's
Does have the
3-time
size.
MVP. I want it. I want
I
Jokic at my
want it.
QB.
Big Ben style. All right. Cade, you're up
I
again.
thought K-Love was a little bit like Big Ben style, but I see it with Jokic.
No,
Yep.
Caden.
We lost him.
There he is.
Oh.
There he is. All right.
Good.
You get another pick.
Okay, I'm back. No, I'm back. I'm going. Yeah, going De'Aaron Fox, wide receiver.
Ooh,
I
that's
like
smart.
that. That's
Speed.
gnarly. That's gnarly. All right, it's me now.
Yeah.
I'm going with somebody that I don't think people really think about in this conversation. He might get hurt a little bit too much, but I like it. I'm going Zion Williamson at tight end.
Fuck.
He's
I think
getting
he would be a
injured day
fucking
one.
tank.
Day
Oh
one.
my god. I think if he can stay healthy, he's Gronk like.
Gronk like y'all are crazy.
All
right.
right, well, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the one that's always talked about here. They
Yeah, I
have
already know.
beautiful chemistry. I'm surprised you guys haven't even brought him up yet. But LeBron James,
Yeah, I should have picked him. I should have
LeBron
picked him.
James. I now have chemistry between my quarterback and tight end. You guys are lost in the sauce, and I'm just this majestic. I'm playing chess while you're playing checkers.
All right, well, you're up again, so.
Yeah, give me my next pick, right? And we're gonna go receiver here. Actually, give me my flex. Give me my flex. And we're gonna go with another guy who's all confidence, all playoffs. Rarely gets injured, but he got injured this year. Jimmy Buckets.
Ooh, interesting pick
Jimmy
here.
Butler. Jimmy Butler's going in my flex.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Russell Westbrook.
Ah,
And
dang it!
I don't know if I'm gonna put him. I think I don't.
Where are you gonna put him? Running back or receiver? Or
I
flex?
think he's a workhorse. I'll put him at the running back.
Dang it! It's all right. I'm pissed. You know that's my guy.
I know. You were a little too bit on your high horse about LeBron. So
I didn't think you
Caden.
would hit him.
I'm gonna go flex with my next pick. He's gonna play a Jameer Gibbs type role. I'm gonna go Ant Edwards in my flex. Little running
Ooh.
back, little receiver.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it. I see it.
I see it.
And then my next pick's gonna be my slot receiver. I'm going Ja Morant. I want speed on
Ooh.
my team.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I'm a
I'm
little
trying to
worried
think of-
about Caden's team right now. I'm a little worried.
Caden's team's nice. Yeah, Caden's team's nice.
And he got the third pick, so I did it.
I'm going in a complete weird direction here. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Nobody expects
Okay.
this one. All right. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm gonna put him at the flex position. This is weird, but I
What do you
just
guys-
feel like this kid is gonna be scrappy. He's gonna be gritty, and he's gonna be just an absolute bruiser in football. Give me Jose Alvarado.
Dude, I had him
I
on
was
my
not-
team. If we had a
What?
cornerback on our team, he's locking up.
Dude, I guarantee he's good at
Yeah.
football. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. He wasn't on my list. All right. So I get 2 picks now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, all right, let me cook.
Let me get Donovan Mitchell at one of my receiver spots.
Nice.
Interesting.
Nice.
Dude's athletic.
He is
Not even
athletic.
dumb.
It's interesting.
And then at another receiver spot, I guess there's a couple interesting picks. There are a couple other players that maybe you could choose in in the last 2 picks that I'm choosing right here. But I think there's a lot of players left. And I'm going for height. I'm going some guy that K-Love can throw up the ball to, and no one else is going to beat him to it. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Damn it.
Yeah, I thought about him to go with a super athletic guy. He hasn't like proven himself yet, but he is just an athletic specimen in my opinion. I'm gonna go with Mr. Scoot Henderson at wide receiver.
I like it.
That was
I like
my
it. Yeah.
pick. That was stole that one from me. That was gonna be my next pick. All right. Pivot here. Tight end. I'm gonna go Aaron Gordon at my tight end.
Ooh.
Solid guy. To have Tyrese Maxey. Give me some speed.
Ooh, okay,
I'm
okay. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Ah, that's a good.
Fox
one.
and
That's a good
Maxey
one.
are my receivers.
Yeah, you're freaking quick. I'm worried.
Okay. My wide receiver 2 for me is gonna be Colin Sexton. Another fast guy.
That's a
Athletic.
good one.
I got a weird team. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I won this.
You started off hot with the Suggs pick.
Even my tight end pick, I like. I know he's gonna get hurt, but like I do like him when he's healthy.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so I have a wide receiver and a running back to get, and I am desperately in need of some speed. This guy's not really known for his speed, but he is known for his athleticism, especially in the dunk contest. And I'm just kind of giving up on speed right now. Zach LaVine is going to go.
Oh
at my
no, I like
wide
that.
receiver position.
That's a poll. That's a good one, actually. I like that. Yeah.
And finally, for my running back, I think I need a bruiser.
Ooh.
Just part of my squad right now seems big and bruising.
Swear to God, if the word Patrick Beverly comes out of your mouth.
No. I'm going Grant Williams.
Oh, weird poll there.
when I mean bruiser, I mean bruiser. All right, there we go. That's my team. My team is set.
Okay.
Also, I need to.
Is it me now?
Yep. Your last pick.
I think I got a wide receiver left. I'm gonna go with the goal line threat since no one's picked him. I'm going with Wemby.
The glass cannon.
Glass
He'll
cannon.
get one bad hit. He's done.
Bro, I'm going after his knees. I'm telling LeBron, take out his knee.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine like doing QB sneak with that fucker though.
Yeah.
He just reaches straight in. He just reaches like.
He wouldn't even have to jump.
It goes straight. It goes forward, even though it's going up.
All right, Caden.
All right, my last pick's running back. I got my list up. Some people we left off our teams. Shea.
Yeah, I thought about Shea.
I thought about Shea.
Kyrie. Luka.
I thought about Ree.
Tatum.
See, I don't think Luka would be a good football player though.
I don't think Luka or Tatum are good.
No, Luka at running back is what I thought.
He doesn't seem. It seems more finesse.
Yeah,
he's not a bruiser, you know.
He's too European.
Draymond Green running back. Nah, just kidding. I don't want him.
I kind of like it though. I kind of like it.
No, but listen. You guys remember this player from the Pistons who tried to kill LeBron in a game and had like 8 security guards trying to tackle him. His name's Isaiah Stewart.
Oh yeah,
that's my running back. I want big bruiser Isaiah Stewart running back.
All right. Well, let's read off our teams. I believe I have Suggs at the QB. At my flex, I have Jose Alvarado. At running back, I have Russell Westbrook. At tight end, I have Zion Williamson, and then my 3 receivers are Colin Sexton, Scoot Henderson, and Victor Wembanyama. Okay, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's not as bad as I thought, but there's some weirdness in it. Okay, going to Caden, read off your team.
All right. Quarterback, 3-time MVP Jokic. Running back, bruiser Isaiah Stewart. Receivers, De'Aaron Fox, John.
My quarterback, Kevin Love. Running back, Grant Williams. Flex, Jimmy Butler. Tight end, LeBron James. My 3 wide receivers, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Zach LaVine.
All right, well, let us know who won the NFL teams draft. Boys, who do we think consensus-wise has the best team?
In the NFL or the NBA one?
Both. Start with the NFL because it's fresh off our mind.
I think I won the NFL one.
No.
Yeah, I think it's not
crazy.
even that close.
We're all gonna think we all won it. So
yeah, I know.
You guys think you guys
Dude.
think you won it?
I think I got an underrated team. I'll say that.
What? What?
My speed is better than I think you guys are giving me credit for.
I think his speed. I think Caden's speed's the best. But when it comes to
versatility, I have it though.
When it comes to people that can play football, I think I have it way more.
Bro, I don't think Kevin Love's throwing shit. And I also don't think
What? Watch his highlights,
Dude,
bro.
6'10". Ain't no fucking way the broken foot.
He's got a 7'2". What? He's got a 7'2". Like,
I know. I don't think either Jokic or Caleb.
Serbia. He's a Serbian. A 7'2" Serbian.
I know. I don't think either of your guys' quarterbacks are great.
Look,
I think you guys are gonna have to run jet sweeps and power runs.
I got power runs. My team's huge.
Yep.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like that's what you're gonna have to do. I don't think you're gonna be versatile like my team is.
Who's gonna guard Zach LaVine?
Who's gonna guard Wembanyama?
Giannis.
Okay, who's gonna guard Zion?
LeBron.
Okay, who's gonna guard Colin Sexton and Scoot Henderson?
Yeah, I have a problem with speed.
Yeah, I'm blitzing the shit out of Dodge's team. My team.
Your team won't even be able to stop my team. I'm gonna run the ball with Grant Williams.
No,
he's gonna truck your team.
Isaiah Stewart's linebacker.
God, you have Grant
downhill.
Williams.
It's over.
What are you talking about, bro?
Grant Williams is a terrible pick.
What are you talking? You never what?
Grant Williams is slower than a snail, bro.
He's a bruiser. You never watched The Bus, bro.
He's a sack of lord.
You didn't watch The Bus.
All right. Thanks, boys, for coming on.
Who's winning the NBA?
No, I don't think we're gonna agree. We're always just gonna pick ourselves.
You guys are really picking yourselves in the NBA one too. Look, I'll choose someone else in the NBA. I don't think I won the NBA. I'll be the bigger man here. Now read off your two. Read off. I need your 2 rosters again.
Good. Stroud, Metcalf, Puka, Gardner, Crosby.
Gardner Minshew?
No. Sauce Gardner.
Oh gosh, I was like, what the hell?
For me, I've got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Myles Garrett, Jacoby Brissett, and Tyreek Hill.
Who's your big man, Caden?
Max Crosby.
All right. I think it's Hunter because Max Crosby fouls out after he tries to kill Myles Garrett.
Yeah, so I'm saying he kills Myles Garrett, and then it's Mahomes versus CJ Stroud shootout.
I'm going Hunter. Hunter wins the NBA one.
Interesting. I would not have picked me. Honestly, I would have picked Caden, but
well, then Caden is the consensus.
But
the NFL is mine.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, boys, it was fun. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Hunter.
Thank you for having us.